What's up YouTube, this is Coding for Noobs and welcome to your 18th Java programming tutorial. And in this tutorial we're actually going to be creating our own function that generates a random number between a minimum and a maximum number that the user can input. So just to start real quick, I'm actually just going to delete our code from the last project, and real quick we're actually just going to jump right into it and we're going to start our new function. So we're going to have public static int, and then we're going to have we're going to call it create random int, and then we're going to have int min and int max. And then for now we're just going to have return 0 while we create the rest of our program. And I'm just going to comment in real quick. This function is used to generate a random number between the set min and set max parameters. So I'm just commenting because after this tutorial I'll actually be including the source to this tutorial in a pastebin link in the video description. But yeah, okay, so let's go back to our main entry point here. And basically what we're going to be doing in this main entry point is we're going to prompt the user for a maximum and a minimum number. But I want to be able to keep doing this over and over again so we can generate a bunch of random numbers. So I'm going to do a while true loop and stick our code inside of there for that part. So this is going to be main application loop. And then just above the main application loop, we're going to do some variable declarations. And with these declarations, we're going to have two options. So we're going to have int min equals 0 and max equals 0. And pretty much we're going to prompt the user and store the minimum value and maximum value in there. Another thing we're going to need is to import java.util star so we can use our scanner class, because we also need a scanner input equals new scanner system.in, because we want to be able to read these the min number and the max number from our user. And like I've explained numerous times before, we do new scanner, and then inside of our parameters we use system.in so we can read the input from the console window. Now that we're done, we can actually start doing our main loop. So right away we're just going to do prompt user for their input system.out.print, and with print we're going to do please enter the minimum number, and then we're going to do min equals to input.next int. So all we're doing there is saying, hey, enter in the smallest number that you want to generate between, and we're going to store it in our integer value min. Then we're going to do system.out.print please enter the maximum number. And all we've done here is prompt the user. Now we're going to do max equals input.next int. So we said, hey, what's your minimum number? Store it in min. Hey, what's your maximum number? Store it in max. And now we have the max, or the minimum value that we want to generate our random between, and our max. And actually I forgot real quick, I'm just going to go up here and declare one more integer, and we're going to call it random. And now we're going to do this. So we're going to have some process here, and inside our process we're going to do random is equal to create random int, and then we're going to have min and max. So what we're doing is we're going to pass the user's input to our function to generate this random number, and then we're going to say output. So we're just going to say, hey, here's your new random number. So system.out.println your random number is plus random. And there we go. That's our basic IPO for the program. So we have user input, process, and then output. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to get into this random number generation, and there's actually a few ways to do this, but I'm going to teach you how to do it with the math.random function. I said in the last video we're actually going to start using some of the functions inside of our math library. Hold up, I'm just going to close my window because someone's mowing their lawn and it's kind of loud. Alright guys, sorry about that. Hopefully that's a little bit better now. And yeah, like I was saying, we're going to actually use some of the math functions from now on. but the first one I'm going to teach you is math.random. So to use math.random, pretty much it's going to generate, what math.random does is it generates a random number between like 0 and 0.99999, like infinite nines kind of thing. So you'll never actually have a random number that's equal to 1 kind of thing. But with a little bit of math, we can actually make it generate a number between our minimum and maximum. So the first thing we're going to do is math.random, and that calls it. And it's a double, so we know we're going to have to cast it at the end. So real quick, we're just going to add in our casting right here. And to make it cast properly when we add in the rest of our math formula, we're just going to have it cast around another set of parentheses that covers our math.random. So we have the parentheses around int, and then we're going to have parentheses around math.random. Now, what we're going to have to do to generate the random numbers, we're going to have to do some multiplication and some basic subtraction. So basically what we're going to do is math.randoms times max minus min inside of parentheses as well, and then plus min. So basically what we're saying is create a random number between, actually here, I'll explain it like this and I'll put it in the comments. So let's say min is equal to 5 and max is equal to 10. What we're saying is, math.random is equal to, we'll just say 0.99 just for the purpose of this tutorial. So what we're doing is, actually this doesn't even matter yet, sorry. So what we're doing is max minus min, so it'll be 10 minus 5 is equal to 5, and then we have plus 5 at the end is equal to 10. So what we're doing is we're saying take the random, so let's take between 0.0 and 0.99, and then we're going to multiply it by 5, and then we're going to add 5 to it after. So if you know bad maths, you actually know that this is actually going to occur first. So we're going to find out, like, if it's 0.999, then it's going to become like a 5, and then we add 5 to it, and that's how we get our 10. And if it's like 0.555, then it's only going to take, like, it's going to be like 2.5 plus 5. So we're going to get half of 10, so it's going to end up being 5. Or 7.5, sorry, my math's a little bit off. Just pretty much know, like, we have to add our minimum and subtract our minimum from max, and it's just the way that the math.random works. There's actually easier ways of generating randoms, but we're just going to do this for now because it's one of the shortest ways and easiest ways to teach until I teach you guys object-oriented programming. So let's run our program real quick just to see it work. I created a really horrible explanation of how the random works. I'll probably actually post a link explaining it a little bit better to you guys. But let's generate our minimum. So we're going to set our minimum to 10 and our maximum to 100, and it generated our number 62. We can also do say 1 and 3, and our random is 2. We can do 0 and 3, and our random is 1. So hope you guys learned something from this tutorial, hopefully that being how to generate a random integer between a minimum and a maximum number using the math.random class. Like I said, this code will be available in Pastebin, as well as I will post a link to how the math.random really works, and it might give you some more in depth of why we actually do this and how it actually works. I'm actually really bad at explaining a lot of math stuff, so it might be better for you guys just to Google a little bit about it. But in our next tutorial, we'll be moving on from this, and we'll actually be getting into some sorting, finally. And sorting is actually one of my more favorite things. I really like playing around with algorithms and learning how to use them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you could comment, rate, and subscribe, it'd be really awesome. You don't have to, just, Anyways, have a nice day.